Timber! Yep. Got it. Minasan, waga dogo e yokoso. Welcome to my video, everyone. I'm Classic Ninja, and if it isn't already obvious, I love games and Japan. So much so that I've spent most of my free time over the past month making this video as good as I can. For you to laugh, learn, love, go live, laugh, subscribe. Okay, that sounded better in my head. While I'm not an expert by any means, my hope is to share what knowledge I do have and invite you to continue to learn more together. For instance, this series is titled Shimashou, literally meaning let's do the thing. And in this case, the thing we're doing is playing Sengoku Dynasty. To provide context from my own experiences, I have traveled to Japan twice, once by myself, and spent the last 3 years practicing Japanese martial arts, specifically karate, and have tried to pick up what I can when I can about art, culture, language, etiquette, history, and more along the way. In this series, you can explore Japan alongside me through the lens of Sengoku Dynasty, a debut game for the developer Super Kami Games, published by Topwits Productions. The game was launched in November 2024 after a year of early access, and they are actively adding more features. The namesake comes from the historic Warring States period, Sengoku, that took place from approximately 1467 to 1615, a moment in history which has generated great intrigue across the globe. During our time together, we'll experience dynamic gameplay that includes gathering, crafting, village management, and fairly robust combat, all while enjoying the beauty and challenges of all 4 seasons along the Japanese coast. Well, let's get to it! Daisho Kaishi. Where am I? What am I doing? In the beginning, Super Kami created the character background stage. Now the character was fit with nothing but a loincloth and your imagination, as well as your choice of class. Those 6 classes are a peasant born into toil. This is for those who want an extra challenge. For a little boost, there are 2 types of craftsmen. An artisan who has honed their craft with the tools of the trade, or a builder dedicated to shaping the village into something greater. There are 2 types of warriors, a fighter disciplined by training with melee weapons, or a hunter who enjoys savoring their captures. Finally, you could be a trader, learned in the ways of communication. I chose warrior thinking of my most prevalent experiences and thinking there'd be plenty of fighting throughout. Better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in war. As for my name, I borrowed some inspiration and created my own Japanglish name. But first some game context, then back to my name. The game provides you with beautifully curated art and a semblance of a story here as you are fleeing warlords, as many people experienced during this time period. As you escape by boat, storms leave you awash on the shore. You are unsure if your colleagues have survived. Ekurian story begins. I was saying the name Ekurian. I found a way to make it into kanji, and when you Google translate it, it says Ekuri's plan, because the an is a plan. But I was trying to make it like, I think I had painting, the kanji for painting, or art. Kuri, I think, can be medicine, and then plan. So like, it could mean, and I'm extrapolating quite a bit here, but it could mean the concept of healing through art. That's what I would love for Ekurian to mean. But for funsies, that's what we're going to pretend like it means. Sorry. Back to begin. Find Akko, your travel companion. So I have like a... I have to remember the directions. I believe west is Nishi. Uh-oh. Minami is south. No. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Now I gotta look this up. So Miki and Hidari, I knew were right and left. Higashi is east. Yes, I was right. South is Minami and west is Nishi. Yay, I shouldn't have doubted myself. So, Higashi. We have the task to our Higashi. Minami. What did you say? Nishi? And Kita. So there's a mountain. I only see one path. So your basic player stats. Food is green, health points red, and stamina yellow. I'm getting hungry. Can I pick up this rock? Once I picked up the rock, the game showed the first of what I will call the tutorial scrolls. We'll see a lot of these during this video to provide context, especially to those trying to decide if they want to try playing this game themselves. I'll remind us all that reading is important and being focused while doing so, but the game is also fairly intuitive if you've played other builders, although the hammer tool still throws me off at times. I also stream this, so you may hear me referring to my lovely viewers at times. If Tats were here, I would claim this Tats Rock. In fact, I will just name it Tats Rock. New objective, talk to Akko. Hi Akko, I was correct. She's a lady.
Hi.
Hi. What is alive? Imas, you're here. You've got to go. Yes, when the ship went down. Uh-oh, she's hurt. Akko needs the warmth of a campfire, so naturally I look for a reasonable place to build one. Away from the waves, right? Chat poked fun at me for that, and via tire. Alright, let's have a conversation, Akko, about your warmth and protection. If there's a tsunami, you have bigger problems than a distant fire, like a short kimono.
Hi.
Are you feeling better now? Now that Akko had warmth, it was time to scout for our future. Our group had traveled in search of a peasant kingdom, which Akko had faith I could find. The Solgi village discovered. I've gone to the nearest village, what now? The houses are in disrepair. Would you all like assistance in rebuilding your village? I'm going to ask them for help. It looks like they need help. Oh, let's not build weapons right in front of the scavenger. Konnichiwa. Onomae wa nan desu ka? Ah, Goshichi desu ka? Let's ask about these ruins. Let's ask about them first. What happened here? What happened here? Nan desu ka? Ruins, you say? This used to be my home. Then Enjiro, my neighbor, started the rebellion. An alliance, Iki, was formed between the villagers of the valley against the lord ruling us. Fighting for dignity. Well, look around. Not very dignified, is it? Doshichi the Trusting. I suppose it wouldn't be hard to trust a group that has crashed and seems as desperate as you. He gives us the lay of Nata Valley, as well as 3 other main villages, Iwasaki, Segi, and Aratani. They have existed here for some time, with tensions between them, and one temple, Jorinji, where the abbot or head monk resides and oversees the region. The abbot has political control over the region, so development has to be approved by him. Given that Sasogi was already a villager, Toshichi agrees that rebuilding would likely be appropriate, and provides you with a bell tower, both practically useful and the center of your village in the game. Now we're getting serious. Dai Nisho, Tatemono to Kagu, buildings and furniture. Well, this chapter is really more about establishing the village, which does have a house, ie, and furniture. Oh, and we do get some fun learning about uniquely Japanese furniture. Onward to learning and the redevelopment of Sasogi. Place the bell tower, ninja. That should be easy, right? We will rebuild it. We will rebuild it by first selecting the hammer, not swinging it at bell tower. Bell tower. Put it there. What is this game? Sengoku Dynasty. It's got a little bit of a story, it seems. Slash, this is might just be part of the tutorial. New village founded. Yay! Build a small house. If I may, Toshichi, I'm going to build a small house over here. It's like village management, city management, story mode. I am creating a dynasty. Farming, buildings, housing buildings. Small house. Our tutorial scroll is explaining the depth of detail you experience with building your village. Each of the various builds is broken down into stages, with unique furniture in the final stage, completing the process. You can't assign villagers until required furniture is complete. Yeah, it's really fun. I'm really excited to play it. What the frick is going on? Okay, we need to go third person for this. I guess I was building on... I can't even see it. It's probably too dark for you all to see as well. But there's like a... Anyway. Alright. Stage 1. Foundation stage. I need any log. Good thing I collected a bunch. Oh, I didn't build enough though. Time to go grab some more. You know, I'm excited to dive into this. I think it will be a perfect game for me to integrate some of my ideas. I still want to play other games too, but I think I'm going to try and have a healthy rotation of games. But yeah, this game's really fun to play. Especially because you can go in first person mode. You can interact with people. Back to my house. I will be a villager of Sosogi, since they have kindly taken me in. Back to viewing. More logs. Need more logs, of course. Sticks. We have plenty of sticks. Hello? Collision. Character animal was selected. What? What about a door? Change type. Oh! I was just about to complain that, like... Okay, so... Oh, that is amazing. I actually love that. Building, especially when you aren't aware of the requirements up front or miscount your logs, takes a decent bit of time at the beginning. Here's the wrap-up of this house along with a breakdown of what it makes it unique. Mandatory furniture stage. Build essential furniture. What is this? Sunken Hearth? What was that called? It said it earlier, but I can't remember. What you see being built is an irori. Broken down by kanji, I refers to the enclosed space or residence. Ro refers to the furnace. It even has the fire radical. And ri refers to the lining. The irori was a centerpiece for the home, providing warmth and light, as well as a place to cook and gather for a meal or conversation. While dangerous in many ways, it was the technology available, but it did provide other benefits. The heat dried the wood of the house, while the tar and the smoke provided protection from insects and even waterproofed the thatched roof. To prevent as much danger as possible, the irori were constructed intentionally. The wood framing was protected by lining stone and sand in a pit. Roofs had openings to circulate smoke naturally, and sparks could be prevented with a hidana, wood lattice, which could be used to dry meat on a jizai kagi, adjustable hook, which could hang food or cookware. Fascinating, isn't it? A live fire in the house. Well, that's enough of a lesson for today. Now, let's get back to the game. Alrighty. Reach Dynasty level 7 by recruiting refugees, completing special project or quest. That's not what I want to do. I want to go to new Dynasty level reach. Dynasty of Outsiders. Very much an outsider. Way of the Leader. Okay, now I should do this one. Because I'm going to start recruiting villagers. I have claimed Sosogi, in a way. Open the gates. Dai Sansho. Murabito ni ao. Meet the villagers. Let's get to know the villagers and the work they'll be doing for us. There will be some more building, and we'll dive into the story until we get an unexpected surprise. I figure we'll start with reconnecting with Akko. Oh, we made it though. Hi Akko, would you like to join the village? Hello Akko.
Hi.
She believes, but I guess she is still recovering. I missed the tutorial scroll, so I went to look up options for managing the dynasty to show you how you can customize and optimize many details to fit your playstyle. But don't forget, you need a place to sleep too. Homeless! Okay, Sosogi. Yo, where was storage? Oh. Buildings? Oh. No. Storage buildings! Oh my god, found it. We'll put the general storage in the middle here. We are learning. Uh-oh, I'm gonna need more logs. Alas, I just assigned the first woman I meet to my house, so, you know. Who is this person, though? Oh, we have a refugee! Atame. For you, Akko. Atame's getting that bed. Each villager has a brief backstory, affected by the war, slavery, or misfortune in some way. For Chachame, the hope of escaping called her to the village. Aha, you will live with me. Refugee, no, don't departing. If not assigned by a home by the end of the season, villagers will depart. They also have increasing needs as your village and reputation grow. In line with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it begins with the basics: food, water, and shelter. They also need places to work. We'll start with the forager's hut. Let's see. New buildings. Forager's hut? I think there's berries over here. So let's go ahead and put the forager's hut right. Yeah, here. Excellent. It does use from the thing. Oh my gosh. Tachame! Tachame! You can have your own bed now! Oh my gosh! Dynasty storage. To create and consume, your villagers need access to resource or tools and a place to store their results. The forager's hut comes with 2 jobs. The forager's workplace, to gather all the supplies you can pick up by hand, and an herbalist station to create herbal remedies. This is limited by region and season, as you can see with the lingonberries here. You must assign a worker, and once you add an item to a list, their remaining workload will be filled with the newest item added after you've assigned them. Apparently, I didn't catch the seasonality detail at first, but you will get a warning for any of the issues with village work. Next, we're introduced to our second villager, Goro Saburo, a man seeking to avoid the dangers of war. You'll notice customary Japanese bow of all characters. As the village grows, a new need arises, villager happiness. Saburo Bay joins shortly after, and it's time to create more jobs. Let's start on a woodcutter's hut, so maybe we can stop running out of logs. Oh, what fun it is to build a woodsman hut today. Yeah, I still got Christmas rhythm stuck in my head, I'm sorry. Do we like just the game ambiance in the background, or do we think there should be more? With the woodshop finished, the village needs a place to craft with the resources gathered. A workshop. Each building must be unlocked either by a natural progression or completing in-game tasks. The same goes for craftable items, many of which have the Japanese twist. For weapons, you have the yari and kanabo from the start, but you must unlock the katana through in-game action. Since this is the Warring States period, you will need weapons and defense. Power. No! Guard. Power. Oh, there's only 2 options. I have to go to guard post first. Okay. Well, in that case... Bamboo! Come on, where do I find bamboo? Chiome, you have solved my issues. Oh my god. Sticks! I need sticks! Sorry, Chiome, I don't mean to disrespect your space. I don't think she'll mind for the sake of defense. When you assign your guard, you'll need to equip them with both ranged and melee weapons. I have built the house, and so much more, Toshichi. First person I need to ask is Akko. Finally, do we get to ask Akko? Toshichi gives us 3 locals to convince as well. Akko, I even have a protector. I might have 2 by the raid tomorrow. I just have to figure out how to make rope. Dai Yonsho. Teki. Enemies. Raid! Okay, by now, I'm sure you've noticed the raid warning looming in the top left. So I was minding my own business, building what I had hoped would be a peaceful village, when the tutorial scrolls rudely interrupted me to announce that I would be raided. See, this village had been raided once for various reasons, be it political, religious, greed, fear. There are plenty of possibilities, and now with our restoration word has spread that Sosogi is the peasant kingdom, so the reasons have returned. The game gives you a heads up about raid chance affected by your actions, including attacking other camps or increasing your own defenses. What up? Negotiator. Ah, person in charge. It's a pleasure and an honor. And who are you exactly? I think you will find my name is not important, as I did not come to speak on my own behalf. And who are you here for? You need not worry, I'm here carrying good news. The benevolent custodians of this land have noticed your blossoming village. You mean the one with 1 house and 1 storage bin? And the disappearing of destroyed properties? They sent me to express their admiration for your efforts. How kind of them. If that's all, they are worried. As you know, there are a lot of dangerous people roaming the land. It'd be a shame to see all your effort go to waste in one day. That's why my superiors would like to do everything in their power to protect the peace of your villagers. I have a feeling this will cost me. 100? 100 what? Yes, let me think about it. 100 what? Does anyone know what 100 he's referring to? Did I miss something? Careful consideration is a mark of a wise leader. So is not underestimating the power of your enemies. With the threat of a raid looming, it seemed important to gain the trust of those Toshichi mentioned earlier. I met Shiome, and she was the closest. She requested that I make an offering of a cooked egg to the goddess Inari, who would bless us with fertile lands for our blooming population. The camp was located deep in the woods. Hello, I'm just here to make an offering, don't mind me. Kami are the revered spirits who are embodied in shrines. Torii gates lead the way as a symbolic transition between realms. You should bow once upon entering and once upon leaving. Avoid walking through the center. That is a large bamboo tree. Or stepping on the raised threshold. I may not feature each of the Kami scenes in a video, but I wanted to share the beauty of the art here. Kitsune. Fox. With our sacrifice completed, I knew I passed a warrior tower on the way, so I figured I'd check for our next colleague, the warrior Kengyo. Yeah. Toshichi told me you might need some help. Nani? They build Kengyo to be very prototypical here. I've been sent to assist his apprentice Kikumatsu in the hunt. After a brief discussion, I've learned Kikumatsu doesn't want to kill animals. I mean, me either, but for the village, I have to. I don't see anything. Oh, I see one. I see two. Yep. Got it. In order to skin it, you will need to equip the knife. Alright, next. What does the fox say? Yay, poor singing. More importantly, a campfire to cook. And task complete. So we go back, complete the task, and learn Kengyo won't be joining us. Still, I choose to investigate an enemy camp nearby. There's a bear. I don't know if I want to... Okay, we'll deal with them later. Let's finish strong!
Konnichiwa.
The offering has been made. With 2 tasks complete and the raid on the horizon, it is time to get Akko some shelter and make some decisions. Akko, please stop laying in this format.
Hi.
Make a home for Akko. You will stay with me, Akko. We were homies from the start. I think, actually, I don't want the... Yeah, I don't want the raid. I want my village to be a little more prepared. These people are just recovering.
Konnichiwa.
How much did you want for security? 100 what? Money? Okay. Here it is. Alright. No raiders tomorrow. No raiders. Only continuing to build the village. ご視聴ありがとうございました. Thank you for watching this first video in my Shimashou series. If you liked it, drop a comment sharing something you found interesting, and don't forget to subscribe and sign up for notifications for future videos. If you didn't like it, but are still here, I really appreciate you giving me a chance. Let me know what you'd like to see more of, and I'll do my best to incorporate everyone's feedback. After all, I want this to be a journey we take together. It was fun to make this and learn on my own as well as hold myself accountable, but iron sharpens iron, and I want to do the best that I can. Shout out to all the friends and family who have supported me along the way. As for next time, expect an update on the Shimashou episode 2 in a couple of weeks. For now, I think sticking to at least 1 video a month will be a good goal for me as I work on establishing a healthy balance in my own life. A continuous effort that I encourage you all to give yourself time to reflect on. Maybe that could be a topic for another video series. But back to this series, the next video will include combat with a regional faction, building a bridge, and dealing with an Onibaba. Again, if you want style changes, more commentary, less commentary, or something else, please do let me know in the comments. Well then, see you next time. じゃあ、また次回をお会いしましょう。